A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a stark warning that echoes the catastrophic failures of Hurricane Katrina, over 180 current and former employees of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, have penned an urgent letter to Congress. This letter, aptly titled the Katrina Declaration, criticizes the Trump administration's handling of the agency, claiming that ongoing attacks and a lack of qualified leadership could lead to disastrous consequences for the nation. As we approach the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, which resulted in the loss of 1,833 lives and widespread devastation, the timing of this letter is particularly poignant. The signatories highlight that the current state of FEMA is alarmingly reminiscent of the pre-Katrina era, where inexperience and mismanagement left vulnerable populations to fend for themselves in the face of disaster. They argue that the administration's policies are not only overlooking the lessons learned from the past, but are actively reversing the progress made since then. The letter comes on the heels of a deadly flooding incident in Texas that claimed at least 135 lives, including 37 school children, with experts suggesting that FEMA's diminished capacity to respond swiftly may have exacerbated the tragedy. The letter accuses the Trump administration of neglecting the Post-Katrina Emergency Reform Act, FEMA, which was designed to ensure that the government could deliver timely and effective aid in the wake of disasters. The signatories express grave concern over the inexperience of senior leaders within FEMA, particularly criticizing Kristi Noem, the Secretary of Homeland Security, and the current acting administrator, David Richardson, who lacks prior disaster management experience. They assert that decisions made by these leaders hinder the agency's mission and have led to the departure of experienced staff, further crippling FEMA's operational capabilities. The letter also raises alarms about Noem's new policy requiring her personal approval for all contracts exceeding $100,000, a mandate that experts claim has slowed down FEMA's response to emergencies. Richardson's suitability for his role has come under scrutiny after reports of him being unaware of the hurricane season, a statement his office later claimed was meant as a joke. The signatories stress that their commitment to public service compels them to alert Congress and the American public about the potential fallout from the current administration's decisions. They list several key areas of concern, including the failure to appoint a qualified FEMA administrator, which is mandated by law, and the administration's alleged censorship of climate science, which they argue endangers the safety of all Americans. The letter concludes with a petition demanding that FEMA be granted full cabinet-level agency status and shielded from interference by the Department of Homeland Security, especially in light of recent orders for FEMA agents to assist in immigration raids. The Trump administration has faced backlash for its threats to abolish FEMA, although the president has recently softened his stance following the Texas floods, suggesting a possible rebranding of the agency. The letter's signatories include 35 individuals willing to publicly attach their names, while 146 others chose to remain anonymous due to fears of retribution. One notable signatory, Michael Cohen, a former FEMA chief of staff, commended the courage of those who spoke out, emphasizing that the lessons learned from Katrina are being ignored by the current administration. In response to the letter, FEMA's acting press secretary, Daniel Largius, dismissed the criticisms, suggesting that those who have presided over inefficiencies are resistant to necessary reforms. He asserted that the Trump administration is dedicated to ensuring FEMA effectively serves the American people by eliminating red tape and outdated processes. As hurricane season looms, the urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. The concerns raised by FEMA employees reflect a broader anxiety about the nation's preparedness for natural disasters, especially in a time when climate change poses increasing risks. The call to action from these dedicated professionals serves as a critical reminder of the importance of competent leadership and robust emergency management in safeguarding the lives of American citizens. As Congress deliberates on the future of FEMA, the stakes have never been higher, and the lessons of the past must not be forgotten. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.